Westbrook helps Thunder outlast 76ers in triple overtime. Philadelphia, app. Russell Westbrook had 27 points, 17 rebounds and 15 assists, and Oklahoma City and the Philadelphia 76ers went basket for basket in a 3-overtime thriller before the Thunder pulled out a 119-117 victory on Friday night. Andre Robertson scored the winner with 10 seconds left for the Thunder. But one of the early contenders for NBA Game of the Year belonged to Joel Embiid and Westbrook as they drove, blocked and rebounded their way toward one big play after another. Embiid scored 34 points in 48 minutes with an achy back and rallied the Sixers from a 17-point hole. Embiid, Phillies franchise center and social media star, grabbed his lower back when he took a hard foul on a drive to the basket in the fourth quarter. Embiid grimaced during timeouts on the bench and trudged into position a few times. Rockets 124, Spurs 109. Houston, app. Chris Paul had 28 points, 8 assists and 7 steals to lead Houston to its 12th straight victory. Paul became the first player in NBA history to post 28 points, 8 assists and 7 steals in a game against the Spurs. In the past 11 seasons, the stat line has been achieved just 10 times. Paul has done it 6 of those times. The Rockets are unbeaten when he plays this season. Paul's dazzling performance came on a night James Harden had one of his worst three-point shooting nights of the season, making 6 of 18 from the field, including 2 of 11 from 3. Harden had 28 points, 7 rebounds and 6 assists, scoring half his points on 14 of 16 shooting from the free throw line. The Rockets are on the 4th longest win streak in franchise history and the longest since a franchise best 22 straight in the 2007-08 season. LaMarcus Aldridge led the Spurs with 16 points. Joffrey Lauvergne had 14, Patty Mills had 13 and Davis Bertans scored 12, all off the bench for San Antonio. Jazz 107, Celtics 95. Boston, app. Ricky Rubio had 22 points, Donovan Mitchell added 17 points, 9 assists and 6 rebounds, and Utah beat Boston. Jonas Jerebko and Rodney Hood also finished with 17 points for the Jazz, who snapped a 4-game losing streak. It was Utah's first victory in Boston since 2008, a span of 9 games. But the win came at a cost. Jazz center Rudy Gobert left the game early in the first quarter with a left knee injury after teammate Derek Favors fell backward into his leg. Gobert was able to walk off the court on his own power, but went straight to the locker room and did not return. Kyrie Irving led the Celtics with 33 points. Al Horford added 21 points and 7 assists. Bulls 115. Bucks 109. Milwaukee, app. Bobby Portis scored a career-high 27 points and grabbed 12 rebounds as Chicago beat Milwaukee for its 5th consecutive victory. Chicago's winning streak coincides with the return of Nikola Mirotic, who had 22 points. The Bulls center missed the beginning of the season due to facial fractures suffered in a fight with Portis. Mirotic made a wildly off-balance 5-footer while being fouled and converted the free throw to give the Bulls a 112-107 lead with 1:07 to go. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 29 points and 16 rebounds for the Bucks, who lost for just the 3rd time in 9 games. Chris Middleton also scored 29. Portis hit 2 foul shots to give Chicago the lead for good, 106-104, with 2:58 left. Robin Lopez had 18 points and Chris Dunn added 17 for the Bulls. Raptors 120, Nets 87. Toronto, App. Kyle Lowry had his 11th career triple-double, DeMar DeRozan scored 31 points and Toronto won its 9th straight meeting with Brooklyn. Serge Ibaka scored 18 points and Jonas Valanciunas had 14 as the Raptors won their 8th consecutive home game and improved to 10-1 at Air Canada Centre. It was the second triple-double of the season for Lowry, who finished with 10 points, 10 rebounds and 12 assists. Nick Stauskas scored 22 points in his Brooklyn debut and Isaiah Whitehead had 13 for the Nets in their most lopsided defeat of the season. Jahlil Okafor also made his Brooklyn debut and finished with 10 points and 4 rebounds in 23 minutes on his 22nd birthday. Nuggets 117, Pelicans 111, Ott. Denver, App. Gary Harris had 21 points and Will Barton added 11 of his 19 in overtime, helping Denver beat New Orleans. Barton went 4 for 4 from the field in the extra period and had all of the Nuggets' points in the frame until Jamal Murray's 2 free throws made it 116-110 with 25 seconds remaining. Trey Lyles also had 19 points and Nikola Jokic returned from a 7-game absence with a left ankle sprain and had 13 points and 11 rebounds. Murray added 15 points. DeMarcus Cousins led New Orleans with 29 points and Anthony Davis had 28 points and 12 rebounds. Drew Holiday added 25 points. Wizards 100, Clippers 91. Washington, App. Mike Scott tied a season high with 22 points while Bradley Beal added 20 as Washington held off Los Angeles. John Wall scored 15 points on just 5 for 16 shooting in his second game back after a 9-game absence but scored 7 points as the Wizards closed the game on an 18-9 run after Los Angeles had come back to tie the game at 82 on a 3-pointer by Lou Williams. Williams led the Clippers with 23 points while rookie John Evans had a career-high 15 points as Los Angeles had a 3-game winning streak snapped. Trail Blazers 95, Magic 88. App. Damian Lillard scored 21 points, CJ McCollum had 20 and Portland withstood a late rally to beat the Orlando. The Trail Blazers led by 17 with 7:26 left in the game, but needed late contributions from Al-Farouq Aminu and Jusuf Nurkic to slam the door. Aminu had 15 points and got a breakaway dunk with 23 seconds to play to seal the game. Nurkic had 9 points and 11 rebounds. Nikola Vucevic led Orlando with 26 points and 14 rebounds. Jonathan Simmons added 15 points and DJ. Pistons 104, Pacers 98. Indianapolis, App. Andre Drummond finished with 23 points and 13 rebounds, and Detroit withstood a late rally to beat Indiana. Reggie Bullock finished with 15 points for Detroit, which earned its second win in 2 nights. Victor Oladipo had 26 points and 8 rebounds for Indiana. Miles Turner added 24 points and 8 boards. Heat 104, Hornets 98. App. Tyler Johnson and Wayne Ellington scored 16 points each and Miami held off a late Charlotte rally. It was Miami's 24th win in its past 30 games against Charlotte, which opened a stretch of 6 of 7 home games with a loss. Johnson and Ellington combined for 10 of 16 shooting on three-pointers. Kemba Walker led Charlotte, 10-18, with 23 points after leaving the game in the first half with a wrist injury. He returned to start the second half with his left wrist trapped, and his three-pointer with 3:16 left pulled Charlotte within 193. Grizzlies 96, Hawks 94. Tyreke Evans scored 22 points, including the go-ahead layup with 1:03 left to help Memphis snap a 5-game losing streak. The Hawks had 3 shots in the closing seconds, all of which misfired, including Andrew Harrison's block of Taurean Prince's attempt in the left corner with 1.2 seconds left. The ball went into Kent Bazemore's hands and his three-point attempt at the horn bounced off the front of the rim. Mario Chalmers added 16 points and he had 4 steals, while Marc Gasol scored 13 points. Bazemore led the Hawks with 19 points, while Dennis Schroeder finished with 18 points and 11 assists. Prince contributed 17 points as Atlanta lost its 4th straight. Copyright 2017 The Associated Press. This material may not be published, broadcast, rewritten or redistributed.